Hi y'all, my name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and today I have for you a lit review episode of Goose Creek's Seaside Summer Collection. There are 10 candles in this collection, and I did snag them all, not only because they sounded delicious, but because I wanted to give you insight into what these smell like. I haven't smelt these yet. The box is open, and that's because I got 4 collections on the same day delivered to my house, and I needed to go through and make sure I have the right one for the right video that I was filming. So the box is open, but I have not sniffed them yet. So you're going to get my first impression. I'll show you the wax, the labels, the wicks. We'll go out, burn these, test them in my laboratory, which is a converted garage, no windows, sealed off door space, and then report back to you on things like the scent strength, the throw, and just kind of how they evolve on warm. I'm just going to grab one out of the box. I'm going to start with the coconut caramel apple. Now, I'm going to have my phone here because the Goose Creek website, I don't know what they're doing. I swear every time I go on there, one day it's like they have the candles in order by collection, which is how I want it. That's what I appreciate. The next day I look, they have it in order by the title of the candle. You can't just easily pull up today, as I'm looking at the website, you can't easily just pull up a collection and go through it. So I'm going to have to search for each one individually and then let you know whether or not this is a new release or whether or not it's something that has been a returning. I think this coconut caramel apple is new. Yes, new fragrance from Goose Creek. This has scent notes of sweet apple, toasted coconut, and gooey caramel. Oh, I really like this. I am not always a fan of apple. And I gotta be honest, y'all, when I saw caramel apple, I was expecting like cloyingly sweet caramel. But this is really nice. It's really well balanced. The apple adds just a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tartness. The caramel is definitely warm and gooey. They're calling it gooey. Yeah, it feels like one of those soft caramel candies. And I don't really get toasted coconut. I don't get like a nutty element. It just is creamy. Yeah, that is beautiful and very edible. So these jars all have these like little graphics here. You've got coconut, you've got apple slices. Pretty fun. See-through label. This one is thin, stiff, ropey wicks, white wax, and then just the classic Goose Creek stainless steel lid. Now some of these labels have the stripes just in this part of the label, versus some of them have stripes that are more of a wraparound, with the label being a solid color. I'm not sure why there's that break in how they designed the labels. Maybe the new ones have this style. We'll see. I'll be able to confirm that with going through the different scents. So far, that's a winner. All right, the next one is Summer Veranda. Let me just see if this one's a new scent. Yes, Summer Veranda is also a new fragrance. It also has this same style label as the other one. So in this case, it looks like you have, what is that? That looks like mussels or like clams and some starfish. Not sure I understand the motif on that. Thin, stiff, ropey wicks, just like the other one. White wax, same lid. This is Summer Blooms, Fresh Ocean Air, and Dune Grass. That's really pretty. It's very floral. But I feel like I get a nice blend of, it almost smells like a white floral. I almost get magnolia, but I don't think that's what it is. Some sort of subtle white floral, not too overpowering. I feel like I definitely get a hint of freshness. I don't know that I would call it like ocean air, but there's something here that feels like aquatic or misty. And then I get a green element. I wouldn't call that dune grass. I tend to think of dune grass as being very dry and earthy. This is just very bright, uplifting, very floral though. I wouldn't say it's like honeysuckle floral, but it's definitely floral, almost reads a little bit perfumey. So if that's not your vibe, you might not like this one. We'll see what it does when it comes to life. Okay, sticking with the theme of the labels that look like this, I'm going to choose the Beach House. And let's see if this one... Yeah, so this one is not a new fragrance. So clearly the label isn't associated with whether or not it's new or not. So I don't know why the difference in the labels. The Beach House has seashells around the jar in blue. Same lid, same wax, same wicks. And this is scent notes of summer apricot, coastal citrus, and beach grass. What am I smelling? Oh, it's the apricot. I was going to say something kind of smells like tangy peach. I get peach more than I do apricot out of this. It's a little bit high pitched, a little bit sharp. This has something weird about it. Yeah, there's something off about this candle. I don't like it. It almost smells, and I've said this before with, which one was it? The Peter Rabbit Strawberry Candle. There's something in here that doesn't smell natural to me. It almost smells like fuel. Yeah, there's something not quite right. And maybe it's just the lid, maybe it's a dud. I'm going to see how this warms, but there's something that's off about this candle that I do not like. It's either the way the scent notes are playing off one another and it's just not a good mix, or there's something wrong with that candle. Could go either way with Goose Creek's quality control, honestly. Okay, next I'm going to pull out Pink Lemonade, and this one has aspects of citrus on the side with kind of a pink color. Same lid, same wax, same wicks. Scent notes are strawberry puree, juicy cherry, and chilled lemonade. Ooh, I like this. It is nice and sweet. The cherry is so subtle. It just adds a bit of tartness or like a sourness to the lemonade, which is sugary and bright. It smells a little light for what I would be expecting from a lemonade fragrance. And I think it could be the strawberry in this is sweet, and it feels like it's maybe pulling down some of the bright notes. The strawberry in this reminds me a little bit of like a strawberry shortcake or the strawberry pound cake from Bath and Body Works. It's not gourmandy, but it's like heavy, juicy, syrupy, jammy strawberry. And they are calling it a puree. So I can imagine macerated, really ripe strawberries with just this brightness from the lemonade and a tartness from the cherry. Love it. Excited about it. That so far, I'm going to bump that one up to putting them in order that I like over here. Beachside Blanket, I looked this one up. This is a new one, a new fragrance. This has that kind of like Venetian blind stripe all the way around in a kind of a light green. Same lid, same wicks, but this wax looks like it's tinted green almost. It could be the jar. No, that's definitely green wax. And this is the first one I've had with this sort of label. So maybe that's going to be the difference too, is that some of these are going to have colored wax in them. Again, weird that it wasn't consistent. Soft Cotton Blanket, Beach Breeze, Warm Sands, and Dreamy Vanilla. Ooh, I love it. This is beautiful. If you like cotton fragrances, laundry fragrances, you will like this one. On cold, it does not smell that strong. Oftentimes, laundry fragrances like white t-shirt from Bath and Body Works, sun-drenched linen, I feel like I take the lid off and I'm like, whoa, it's really strong. It doesn't feel that strong to me. It's very subtle, very soft. It feels a little bit like their, what is it, their vanilla cotton. I'll put a picture of it up here. I love that one too. It feels almost like a softer version of that. It's warmer, it's more subtle, gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait to burn that. This one's going to be hard to rank, y'all. I feel like I'm really liking them, and they each are so different. Like, it's hard to compare something like that to a pink lemonade because they're just different scent families. And I don't want to judge it just because I like one scent family than the other, but I'm going to rank them anyway. Brown Sugar Churro is the next one I grabbed out. This one's a returning fragrance. Got the brown wax in there, which is giving it this like brown stripe vibe. Same wicks and same lid, but different wax color. This is fried churros, brown sugar, and cinnamon spice. Yeah, this just smells like a cinnamon roll. Heavy on the cinnamon. With a churro fragrance, I would expect more of the dough to be able to smell the deep fried dough aspect of the churro. That's in there, but it feels like it's in the background. It's definitely more of a base note. First and foremost, I'm getting that cinnamon note. And it is a warm cinnamon, you know, like a bakery cinnamon. The sugar element in this, they're saying brown sugar. This smells almost like a vanilla sugar to me. Brown sugar, I think molasses, because that's what's in brown sugar, and I don't get that at all. It almost just smells like a vanilla sugar with a lot of cinnamon and a little bit of the fried dough note. I'll be curious to see how this actually burns. I'm also noticing that each one of these has a different seal. So this one has a churro on it, for example. The pink lemonade has a slice of citrus. So that's a cute little detail they put on there. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to bump that there. Okay. Another new one, Sweet Saltwater Taffy. I'm excited to smell this one. I'm curious how this compares to Bath & Body Works and Kringle's Saltwater Taffy. Pink wax on this one. This one has the wraparound striping. It is creamy strawberry, sugared lemon, and whipped vanilla with soft taffy. Yeah, this smells almost exactly like the Bath & Body Works one. This doesn't say tropical fruit, but I feel like that lemon that's in here is bringing like that tart vibe that you get from the tropical fruit note that's in the Bath & Body Works one. It's like a tangy citrus, powdery tangy citrus. It almost smells like a drink mix, like an orange drink mix. The strawberry is subtle but sweet, and you are definitely getting a creaminess that is, I'm guessing, is from the creamy strawberry and the whipped vanilla. It just reads creamy to me. I don't get like a strong taffy vibe. It's good, but I don't think it's as good as Kringle's. I would put it on par with the Bath & Body Works one. And that one has a cute little picture of taffy there. Let's see, we'll reorder these here. Another new one, y'all, this one I was really excited about. Chocolate Dipped Banana. Slightly yellow. This one has little banana slices. This is the other style with the white wax. So same white wax as the other, same wicks, same lid. And this has scent notes of frozen banana, not to be confused with fresh banana. We'll see if I smell that. Dipped chocolate and caramel drizzle. I like it. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. I gotta get real with y'all. This reminds me a lot of the Valentine's Day one, the strawberry dipped chocolate covered, I forget what it was called. I'll put a picture of it up here. Smells a lot like that. As you'll recall, I had said that that one smelled more like chocolate covered bananas than chocolate covered strawberries, and those two, this candle and that one, smell a lot alike. The banana is definitely present. There's no confusing this for strawberry. I feel like it's a very nice banana. It's not too overwhelming. It's not too sweet. It gives me almost like banana pudding vibes as opposed to like a fresh banana. And then the chocolate is there. It's more of a dark chocolate note, which I can appreciate. And the caramel drizzle doesn't really come through very strong. It just reads like a foundational sweetness. Edible, gourmandy. Beautiful. I love it. Cannot wait to burn this one. And I am shifting things around because that one is delicious. Now this one is a little bit of a cheat. I have already tried this in the wax melts because the wax melts came out before the 3-wick did. This is the Blueberry Funnel Cake, which is a new fragrance from Goose Creek. Has the slightly blue wax, so you're getting the blue peek through there. Love that color. It's sweet blueberry compote, powdered sugar, and fried funnel cake. Candle smells as good as the wax melts. I will say with the candle, I'm getting more of the blueberry, which I really like. It is a fresh, so you get like this fresh, juicy, fruity note, but then it's right on the cusp of being jammy. And I think that's probably coming from the compote aspect and the powdered sugar. It's adding just this little bit of cloying sweetness, but you still get the really juicy brightness from like a fresh blueberry. And the funnel cake, again, it's not heavy. I don't get a strong donut component. It's subtle, it's there, it's edible, it's gorgeous, but it doesn't overpower the blueberry. So this is a blueberry forward fragrance. Little blueberry in the picture there. I really like this one. I feel like it's not fair though, because I'm like, oh, I'm bored of this one already because I've used the wax melts. But I have to place it where I think I would if it was first impression. Okay, the last one, also a little bit of cheat for me because this is a returning fragrance, Sandcastle. I did buy this, I want to say back in November or December. This was a part of their markdowns, their summer markdowns. They had a warehouse sale. It may have been end of October. And I bought it, thought I would try it, sniffed it, and was like, ugh, that smells like sunscreen. So let's see if I still think the same thing. It's orange flower, coconut sunscreen, and beach sands. And yes, it smells like sunscreen. And that's what it's supposed to smell like. So if you like coconut sunscreen beachy vibes, this is going to be your jam. The floral is not strong in here at all. So the floral is very subtle. For me, this is literally coconut sunscreen with what feels like just some like warm tropical vibes, a hint of floral. There's some creaminess in there. It's not my jam, but it's really pretty for what it is. Yellow wax on this one, same wicks, same lid, and then you've got the wraparound stripe as opposed to the label stripe. And the picture on this one is a little sand shovel. Adorable. I love the detail on that. That's all 10. I'm going to put these in rank order. Feel bad for the ones in last place, but you know what? Somebody has to go last. In last for me, because there's something weird about this candle, I don't know if I like it, is Beach House. That's going to be number 10. Number 9, no big surprise, Sandcastle, because sunscreen candles are not my jam. I might actually pop this into my July rotation because I have sunscreen candles this month, just so I can burn through it. Brown Sugar Churro I'm going to put next. I wanted more churro note on cold. It's good. I like it, but not one of my faves. The Sweet Saltwater Taffy is next. That's just because it feels way too much like the Bath & Body Works one, which I wasn't crazy about. In 6th place, I'm going to do Summer Veranda. I love this one, but it doesn't compare to the other 5. I like that it's a little bit perfumey. Feels like a good summer feminine candle to me. In 5th, I'm going to put Pink Lemonade. Again, I really like this, but it doesn't feel as unique as the top 4. In 4th place, which feels like a struggle because I feel like this deserves to be higher up because it's so unique, is the Coconut Caramel Apple. This is delicious, but I just don't have enough space here. This, by the way, something just came to me. It reminds me a little bit of Goose Creek's Trick or Treat. That one has apple and caramel in it, but like tone it down. Like make it so that it's not as strong and overpowering and add a coconut vibe. It reminds me a lot of the Trick or Treat. And I know y'all love the Trick or Treat one. I'm just not a fan. I don't like the caramel and the apple note that's in that, but this feels like they've tuned it down and added a coconut. It feels much better balanced to me. In 3rd, Blueberry Funnel Cake, which honestly, if I hadn't already sniffed this one, it might be a little higher up. So I think there's some bias there. In 2nd, I would do Beachside Blanket. If we were doing non-edible fragrances, this would be the winner because it's delicious. It's so clean. I love it. And number one has got to be chocolate dipped banana on cold. I'm going to go burn through these. I'm going to take copious notes, figure out things like strength and throw, how do these evolve on warm, and then I'll be right back after the cut to share with you my findings. I cannot wait to dig into these. All right, y'all, I have spent hours with these candles, testing them out in my laboratory space. For those of you who are new here, my lab is a converted single-car garage, no windows, no door, it's been sealed off, and then it pretty much doesn't have any airflow. So keep that in mind as I talk about the strength and throw. It could affect how things kind of move through the air, and the strength, it could be different in your space. I went ahead and ranked these from my least favorite to my most favorite. I gotta say, I like all of these. So none of these are like, oh, no way, right? Like if you saw my SpongeBob collection lit review, you know Mr. Krabs is just a no-go for me. But in this collection, given that there are 10 and there wasn't a single one that I was like, no, I would never burn this, I don't like it, is, I think, says something. I will also add that a lot of these didn't cut it for me in terms of strength and throw. I will go into detail of which ones were worse, but none of these really, with the exception maybe of one or two, felt like powerhouses to me. So if you're looking for lighter strength and throw, this is your collection for sure. Number 10. I cannot believe there's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's 10. Number 10. And this has nothing to do with the actual fragrance. It's just because I don't like the sunscreeny type of candles. This is actually a gorgeous sunscreen candle. If you want just a very classic, sitting on the beach, wearing sunscreen, summer vibe, Sandcastle is the way to go. This one reminds me a little bit specifically of, there's like this smell that I associate with 90s tanning salons, and there was another one recently that Goose Creek put out that I had that same vibe from. I get 90s tanning salon, and I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. There's just something in here that reminds me of going to the tanning salon when I was in my late teens in the 90s. So it feels beachy, it feels sunscreeny. It's not offensive sunscreeny to me. It's not banana boat sunscreen. It's just a very classic, warm sunscreen vibe. The coconut is nice in here. The orange flower adds just a hint of floral. It's beautiful. In terms of strength, this one was weird. If you were far away from it, I feel like it felt very strong. So as I was entering into the downstairs where my candles burn, I just got hit with this wall of fragrance. I was like, wow, that is a really strong sunscreen candle. And the closer I got, the less I smelled it. So I would say it's strong wherever the fragrance is thrown, but it didn't really fill the space to me, and I didn't feel like it was strong sitting next to the candle. So that's just something I would keep in mind if you purchase this one. Would not be a repurchase for me. I'm happy to add it to my sunscreen rotation that I've got going for July. If you like sunscreen fragrances, I think you would really enjoy it. Number 9, I'm going with Beach House. Now I did enjoy this one. Not super crazy about it, mostly because of the apricot note that's in here. It smells like a very high-pitched peach to me. I usually expect apricot to be a little bit sweeter than a peach, and this has like that peach urine vibe. It doesn't go all the way, but it is very close. And when you first smell it, to me, it's a little bit off-putting. In terms of its strength, I found it to be very low strength. I had a hard time even really deciphering it in the air. Even when I was next to it, I was kind of having to do one of these to try to get a sense of its smell. However, again, it felt elusive. So if I was first coming down into the room, I felt like I got its essence pretty strong. Not as strong as Sandcastle's, but enough to where I was like, oh, that's actually, I can smell it. But then as soon as I got down to the bottom of the steps, it was gone. So elusive, I think this is a lower strength, decent throw, but not strong. I describe this in my notes as floral and both crisp. So it feels almost like there's like a linen vibe in this, or like a, it's not quite laundry, but it smells like something's clean, something's very fresh. And then you get the floral from, I'm guessing that's something that's in the beach grass. I feel like It's a little bit body care. It's a little bit fruity. It's mixing edible with inedible. Because that apricot note, it just wasn't my jam. So that's Beach House, number 9. Number 8, again, I like it. It's just, for me, it felt a little bit boring. And that is the Sweet Saltwater Taffy. If you liked Bath & Body Works Taffy candle this summer, you will like this one. I don't want to say they're a 1-for-1, but you could probably burn these in the same room and ask me which one is which, and I wouldn't know. And I wouldn't even think you were burning 2 different candles. They're that similar. The scent notes aren't the same. This has strawberry and lemon, whereas the Bath & Body Works one, if I recall, had tropical fruit, but they smell almost exactly the same. I also don't think this candle smells like taffy. It smells more like a Starburst candy to me. I don't get the saltiness that comes with a saltwater taffy. If you get actual saltwater taffy, which I like to get them from a place over in Bodega Bay, they're delicious. You bite into it, you get this like salty element with the sweet chewiness of the taffy. I don't get salt in this at all. It just smells like a sweet fruity caramel almost. There's no burnt sugar in it, but chewy like a Starburst, not a saltwater taffy. So I feel like the scent is a little bit inauthentic. Again, I don't, I'm not mad at it, I don't dislike it. I just don't think it smells like a saltwater taffy. It's not too sweet, which is good if you're looking for something that's just a little bit subtle in terms of summer sweet vibe. I don't think the strawberry in this is jammy. It's much more tart and candy-esque instead of jammy. In terms of strength, I would tag this as a medium, not super powerhouse, but you could smell it. You did get a sense of its presence. The throw was good, but also a bit elusive. So as you're kind of moving through the space, I would get whiffs of it, and then I wouldn't be able to smell it. It just depended on where I was in the room. So it's got good throw in the sense that it can toss it across the room, but it doesn't linger near the candle. So that is the Saltwater Taffy. Number 7, Pink Lemonade. This one, it's interesting. It has juicy cherry and strawberry puree as scent notes in this. I swear I smell watermelon. To me, this smells like a watermelon lemonade more than it does a strawberry cherry lemonade. And I looked up what pink lemonade is supposed to be because I swear I remember pink lemonade having grapefruit in it. Apparently, pink lemonade just means you put some sort of pink fruit in it. So it can be strawberry, it can be cherry, it can be watermelon, it can be pink grapefruit. Anything pink you can add to lemonade. So it's authentic in that this would be a pink lemonade, but to me this smells more like watermelon than cherry and strawberry. And even now as I'm smelling it, I feel like I'm getting watermelon. I don't know. I like it, but it's a little bit weird given the scent notes. I wrote down that it's fruity, it's juicy, you definitely get the lemonade, but for me it smells mostly like watermelon. I would expect it to be more lemonade forward, less other fruity forward. There was also elusive throw with this candle. I would say medium strength if you were sitting next to it, but again, same issue that some of these other ones had. Couldn't find the fragrance in the room, and when I did, it was strong, but it was hard to locate wherever the fragrance cloud was. So something about how the oils were traveling. I like it. It's just not unique enough for me. It smells a lot like the other watermelon lemonade candles I'm burning right now, even though it's not watermelon lemonade. Okay, number 6 is Summer Veranda that I chose. This one's the one that has the summer blooms, fresh ocean air, and dune grass. Let me find it in my notes here. Okay, this one also elusive throw. This one was strong throw all the way across the room, but elusive. And the strength where it was very strong. Again, if I got closer to it, I couldn't smell it as well, but wherever it had been thrown, it was really strong. I would describe this as a very clean fragrance. It's very refreshing. It is a floral note, but it's not heavy. It's very bright and clean. I think there's a hint of aquatic in here that just adds this really nice, what feels like a water note that might be coming from the ocean air. This is the only one in the collection that was non-edible that the Hubs was like, oh, that smells really nice. So the Hubs likes it. It is Hubs approved. It feels like summer in a jar to me. That's the best way I can describe it. I feel like I am sitting on an ocean patio, breathing in the ocean mist, getting a sense of like the warm sand and feeling just this freshness that comes with florals and ocean air breathing into my nose. I would put this in the same family, that floral note, almost as like a pink beach or a pink sands from Yankee, but it's not that strong. So the floral is kind of perfumey and nice, feels beachy, but it's not overpowering the aquatic note and the fresh notes that are in here. It is a bit perfumey, so if you don't like perfumey fragrances, I would probably stray from this one. It's not too perfumey, it just is very obviously feminine. It's very obviously floral to me. I'm looking forward to burning this one. That's probably the first one we've hit so far where I'm like, yeah, if when I bought these, I knew what I know now, I would still put that one in my cart. The ones prior, I probably would not have. And I think that's really, we're transitioning now into ones I would buy even outside of the review. Number 5 is Beachside Blanket. And I gotta be honest with y'all, it was a little bit hard to rank all these because of the mix of inedible with edible. So keep that in mind too. If you're looking only for edible fragrances, you know, remove the inedible ones and get an idea of how I would rank those. If you're looking only for inedible, pull those out and only rank those. So in terms of the inedible fragrances, this is number 1. But in terms of mixing it with the foodie gourmands, it couldn't compare. So with the Beachside Blanket, same issues with the throw. It was elusive, much stronger, further away from the candle than sitting right next to it. I described this in my notes as like an entry-level laundry candle. I feel like you get all the elements of a very crisp cotton laundry, a little bit of vanilla added in there. It is warm. It feels like summer. It just has this beautiful presence that is comforting and calming to me. Not too overpowering, but I do wish it was stronger sitting closer to it. Yeah, I really like this one. It's beautiful. It's a little bit powdery too, which normally I don't necessarily like powdery fragrances, but that one's really nice. They're very hard. They're very hard to choose, y'all. I really feel torn. 1 and 2, I feel like both deserve first place, and 3 and 4, I feel like both deserve second place, but I have to decide. So number 4, it pains me to say it because I love blueberry so much, I'm going to give to the blueberry funnel cake. Now this one I have in the wax melt. Honestly, I think the wax melt performed better than the candle in terms of strength and throw. So if you are looking for something that is stronger next to whatever vessel you are burning / melting, go with the wax melts. I actually have it going right now in my Scentsy Himalayan salt warmer over here, and I've been sitting on the couch and just really enjoying this in wax form. When I was burning it, sitting right next to it, I had trouble smelling it. It wasn't until I got up and moved through the room that I could smell it. So depending on what you want in your space, you might prefer the wax melt over the candle or vice versa. On warm, this reminds me of, and this might be a regional thing, I mean, they're saying it's funnel cake, but this reminded me more of an elephant ear. Anybody here from the Midwest know what an elephant ear is? It's basically fried dough. It's a lot like a funnel cake, but it's not as heavy. This feels like a lightly fried dough, not a heavy, thick funnel cake dough. I'll put a picture of an elephant ear up here in case you've never seen one. They're not actually elephant ears. They're just called that because they kind of look like elephant ears. No elephants were harmed in the making of the elephant ears I have consumed. Okay? So I get more of an elephant ear fried dough note from this. The blueberry is very subtle. I might argue it's almost too subtle. And I think that's why I'm ranking it in 4th place. I wanted a more blueberry forward candle, but what this feels like is more like you put a blueberry syrup and like a light blueberry syrup on an elephant ear from the fair. So for me, this is dough forward, blueberry secondary, and I really wanted it to be the other way around. Now, I will say that the dough flavor in here and the light blueberry makes it so this candle is not too sweet. So if you want something that feels summer fruity, that feels desserty and edible, but not super gourmand, overwhelmingly sweet, I think this would be a nice candle for you to choose. It's not overpowering. It doesn't make you feel nauseous. It's not cloyingly sweet. I feel like it's like the perfect amount of sweetness and dough. It's well balanced. Third place, finally, let me just tell you, Goose Creek, thank you for actually making a churro fragrance that literally smells like a churro, unlike Bath & Body Works. So this is the brown sugar churro. Again, I feel like I had a really hard time ranking these last four. This could be second as well as third. It is absolutely delicious. I thought when I smelled this, I was like, I don't know, this smells pretty cinnamon heavy, but like a lot of cinnamon fragrance, when lit, that cinnamon mellowed out. And when the cinnamon mellowed out, the dough and the crystallized sugar came forward, and this smells exactly what it smells like when you bite into a fresh churro. Like when you're at Disneyland and you got your churro and you're like, I just need a quick bite before we keep walking, and you bite into it and you get that doughiness, you get the crystallized sugar, you get the cinnamon, and it's just warm and greasy and delicious and it melts in your mouth. That's what this smells like. It took me right to Disneyland, made me want to go to the parks, and yet I can't go, so I will burn the candle instead. Issue with this is that the strength I would put at medium, and the throw also, like the others, was elusive. So depending on where you were in the room, you could smell it pretty well. It never got to be like powerhouse strength, but it was a solid medium throw. I put in my notes, yum, exclamation point. I love this candle. Yeah, authentic churro, like biting one at Disneyland. I would absolutely rebuy this. This is far superior to Bath & Body Works churro candle. I like the sugar churro candle from Bath & Body Works. It smells like cinnamon and sugar, but it doesn't smell like eating a churro to me, and this one does. So if you are a churro fan, or if you get them at the ball games, I know in San Francisco you can get them at the ballpark, pick that up. Okay, number 2 is going to shock all of you because y'all know, if you follow my channel, I don't like apple. But this one is absolutely delicious. This is the coconut caramel apple. I never in a million years would have thought I would have put this towards the top, but this is so well balanced. You get every single note and they play well together, and it's just beautiful and delicious. It is caramel and coconut forward, which might be why I like it a lot. That apple is in there, but it just adds this like hint of sweet tartness. It's almost indetectable. It blends in so nicely with the caramel that's in here. I like that I get mostly just this warm coconut with this gooey caramel sauce, and I didn't normally put those two things together, but like the nutty creaminess of the coconut blends really well with what can sometimes be like a harsh bitterness associated with caramel. And then you add in just that little sweet tartness from the apple, and this is just absolutely gorgeous. The apple and the caramel combo in this does remind me a little bit of Goose Creek's Trick or Treat candle. However, that one, I feel like the apple is like off the charts, out of control. And this one with it turned down, to me, is like the perfect balance, and I really enjoyed it. It still performed at a medium strength and medium throw. It was not elusive. So I'm thinking if this recovers and you actually get a higher flame with this one, you might get a stronger candle and more throw. But for right now, I am tagging it as medium strength, medium throw. You need this candle. Throw it in the cart. By the way, my cat is PB. He is behind us over here snoring. So if you hear like a rumble that is on repeat, that is him. He's snoring in his box over there. Apparently I'm boring and I put him to sleep. Number 1, hands down, no question. Honestly, I think I'm going to buy a backup of this because it's so delicious, is the chocolate dipped banana. I wrote a lot of notes on this. Wow. Okay, first of all, I would peg this like the caramel coconut apple as a medium strength, medium throw. It did not suffer from the elusive throw issue. It wasn't a powerhouse, but it was nice. I mean, I feel like it's really good for a bedroom or an office. I don't know that it would do well in an open concept, but it was good for the space that it was in. This is absolutely delicious, and to me smells just like that moment when you bite into a frozen chocolate covered banana. When you bite into it and you just get this like presence of the melting chocolate, the way chocolate transforms with heat. You get this like dark chocolate melting in your mouth. The banana feels a little bit icy, so you don't get that really sugary, sweet, overpowering ripe banana essence, but instead it almost feels like a vanilla banana with the chocolate. It is exactly like eating a frozen chocolate banana. Like how when you put it in your mouth and it starts to melt, it smells just like that tastes. I also feel like this one smells a lot like, on Warm, the Valentine's Day chocolate dipped strawberry candle that came out from Goose Creek. I know that that was supposed to smell like strawberry, but it smelled like banana to me, and I feel like there's some strong similarities. So if you liked that candle, this is very similar, only more banana forward. You get more banana and less of what was supposed to be strawberry in that candle. And I definitely feel like the frozen banana note on here, to me, just reads as more muted. I think you lose some of the fragrance with banana and some of the sweetness with banana when you freeze it. I think this is an accurate description of the banana in this for that reason. So I absolutely love this candle, and I'm going to be burning this with Bananas Foster. There's another banana one I have that I got recently. I can't remember. Was that another Goose Creek one? Anyway, I'm going to be burning this with the other bananas in a rotation next month because this is delicious and I love it. So highly recommend that one as well. Alright y'all, that is all I have for this lit review episode. If you have any questions about any of these candles, go ahead and put those in the comments below. I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you've purchased any of these and you'd like to share your experience, I would love that. I love getting more perspective and hearing from you all so that my other viewers can learn from you as well. If you appreciated this review, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That always makes me feel good. And if you feel like I saved you some money by avoiding a blind buy mistake and you'd like to pass that savings on to my channel and support what I do here, super thanks are always appreciated but never required. If you're new here and you liked this video, I do reviews all the time from Goose Creek, Bath & Body Works, occasionally from Yankee and from Kringle. So go ahead and subscribe so that you can see more of me in your YouTube feed. And if you're returning, thank you so much for spending more time with me this weekend. I really appreciate y'all. I will see you again tomorrow in another video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.